forecaster Aaron Mack.
Well, as we continue moving forward throughout tonight, things are quiet so far, but we are expecting a few rain chances as we move forward. Seeing some of those showers now continue to play out up to the north, touching just the northern parts of Tyler and Jasper, and even parts of Newton County. Some of those showers move through the Lufkin area we told you, moving along Interstate 20. What we're expecting to see tonight may be late, or possibly most likely will be late, 60 to 70% area-wide coverage of a few widespread showers is what we are anticipating before starting the weekend or ending the weekend on a cooler note. 79 degrees, that was the high for Gulf Coast bug zappers just 6 miles southeast of Winnie. Currently coming in at 63. Winds relatively light now, but they had gusts today up to 25 miles per hour, 90% relative humidity. So won't be a bad night tonight, especially temperature-wise. Temperatures will still be a little bit moderate, but by tomorrow, well, as we continue moving forward, you'll see the difference. 65 now here in Beaumont at the airport. This is what we're looking at heading into tomorrow morning, at least for much of southeast Texas, upper 50s to low 60s. Then you notice those 30s, even down to the 20s, back up in the northwest panhandle. And then just take a gander at this. Temperatures staying cool pretty much for highs for tomorrow. Now look at the highs that we're expecting. We're going to start out around the upper 50s, lower 60s. It's kind of where we'll hold steady tonight. We'll actually see temperatures drop tonight as we continue moving forward. And that's where we'll put the maps into motion, continue taking a look ahead. Now, some of what we're seeing here now is a little bit overdone. The map's just not updating correctly, but what we're expecting probably around that 1:30 a.m. mark, a few showers to move into the area. We're still giving it 60 to 70% area-wide coverage because we believe all of southeast Texas will see some of these showers. Now, it'll be late overnight, so most may be sleeping, but by the time that passes through by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, winds will primarily be out of the north. The cold front will be on pass through, and that will continue to help cool temperatures down. So the cloud cover will hang around just a little bit late into the afternoon before it starts to move out. And we'll see maybe a little bit of sunshine by sunset around that time going forward. And we'll start the week off in a very, very chilly note. And that's a part of our next weather maker. We're going to have that trough move through. You're going to see some of that ridging building in, so it gives that sharper flow, pushing a lot of that colder air that's pretty much been locked off to the north back into parts of the southeast Texas area. So taking a gander heading into Monday morning, even Tuesday morning, we're dealing with some very freezing temperatures. Upper 20s forecast, we think more so around the upper 20s, lower 30s possible for the Golden Triangle. Nothing to be concerned about as far as a major freeze at all. We're not looking at that at all. Won't even last long because by Wednesday, we're going to see temperatures transition back to where they've been for much of this week on the warmer side of things. And that's where we take a look at this upper level pattern. This is the next front that'll move through on Wednesday, only cooling temperatures down a bit, but you notice that flow a little bit more west-northwesterly, so drying us out once again. That has pretty much been the common theme for what we've had so far. Here's your rain outlook brought to you by Roofing 911. A 70% chance of some widespread showers again late tonight heading into early Sunday morning. Nothing most will see. Then some minor rain chances by the midweek at 30% coverage for Wednesday. Forecast for tonight calls for those late widespread showers, upper 50s to lower 60s for the lakes and the lower 60s in the Golden Triangle. The extended outlook brought to you by Philpott Ford. Not a bad way to end the weekend. Again, cooler temperatures, but Monday and Tuesday, make sure you have your coats out because it is going to be chilly, and then we'll rebound back to around the lower 70s by the middle of the week. After the break, we take you to kids decorating a tree and visiting with Santa. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Christmas is less than 2 weeks away, and with that, kids are ready to meet Santa. Sit with Santa, presented by God's Kids in Beaumont, offering kids in the southeast Texas area a chance to decorate a tree with Saint Nick, as well as ask him what they want for Christmas. We spoke with the director of the event, who said putting out great energy around Christmas time is very important.
This means just putting out great energy, you know? This means like when the time comes around to be cheerful and happy and all joyful, that, hey, we all are on one accord being like positive.
Kids can meet Santa tomorrow as well from 11 to 3 at 2290 North Street in Beaumont. Also in Beaumont today, a continuing performance of A Very Beaumont Christmas. Southeast Texas stages decking the halls with the brand new comedy. The spoof of the Hallmark holiday movies is set in Beaumont and follows a big city businesswoman who comes to Beaumont for the holidays and discovers the small town charm. Today was the fourth showing of the comedy. And we caught up with the director of the comedy who tells us it was her first ever gig in the director's chair.
Oh man, this is my very first show that I've ever directed. I have been an actress here for many, many years, and so it felt kind of strange stepping into an entirely different role and having to direct people and tell them what to do and give them pointers and advice. And it's just been really, really interesting to be on the completely other side of the stage.
Shows continue throughout the next week, including a Sunday matinee showing tomorrow at 3 p.m. And Cam is here with us for sports. And Cam, we understand it was a little
Oh yeah,
fadeaway on the court today.
big tournament too. It's a classic one, the James Gamble Classic, 32nd annual. We'll talk about that one after the break. Hey, what's going on, Southeast Texas? This week, while a lot of the 409 was focused on the state semifinals in football, basketball fans in Southeast Texas had a special tournament to tune into. It was the 32nd annual James Gamble Classic, hosting a handful of our Southeast Texas teams. We'll get things started with Hardin Jefferson. The Hawks were 3-0 in the tournament so far, but they're taking on a state-ranked Stafford team. So, on the inbound, Ethan Stanley taking it up court, and he finds a lane in between defenders and steps in for an easy 2. But most of this game, well, it wasn't easy. Javon Williams takes the pass here and drives into the face of a Spartan. His shot bouncing off the rim, but that second effort by Williams brings in the rebound to get the score. That right there, proof of the fight in the Hawks today. They trailed in this one for most of the game, but they never quit. You see the turnover there that led to a score, but HJ gets it back down the court quick, puts it into the hands of Sherman Robertson, and he makes some moves before knocking down a shot with the hand in his face. HJ giving it all they got. Warren fighting in the mix for a layup, adding to that Hawks score. But as we check our final in this one, HJ dropping their first game of the tournament. Stafford winning this one 54-38. The Hawks finished the James Gamble Classic 3-1 and will be on to Bridge City next week. Right after that game, we had a battle of two Southeast Texas teams as Port Arthur Memorial faced Silsbee. Now, Memorial, they got out to a quick start in this one, putting the ball in Ja'Cory Davis's possession, and he knocked down a three-point shot. So Silsbee would look to respond, but Dylan Keel would take that one right out of Tiger possession, and he saw an open lane, so he would make his way down the entire court and put in the layup. Silsbee going to have to respond now. They'll move quickly, gets the ball on their side. Anthony Carnali gets the ball and bounces it right in between some Titans to assist Travaris Arlene on the shot. Tigers back in possession, and this one intercepted at the midcourt by Tony Parkinson. He finds an open Ja'Cory Davis, who knocks down another deep shot. So Ja'Caleb Johnson looking to make up for that turnover on the last play, and he's going to take care of this one alone. Driving to the left, step back, man in his face. Doesn't matter. Tigers get the score. This one tied 12-12 after the first quarter, and as we look in our final in that one, Silsbee takes this one in a close battle, 61-58. The Tigers will see P&G next week, and the Titans will face Fighter. Now, I will say, not to discredit Silsbee, I'm sure Port Arthur's still down a few guys. You know, their season just ended last night, but I did notice there's some football guys that are on that roster I didn't see on the court, so maybe expect them to show up and help Port Arthur along the season.
Yeah, and you can look at that. You know, the good news is, you know, you got help coming along the way, and basketball season's just starting, so got a ways to go. Yeah,
everybody's back. Just about everybody's in. There's only 2 schools in our area that aren't really focused on basketball right now. So, yeah, we're getting to that point.
All right, well, that's all we have for sports at this moment, but we'll have a final look at your forecast in just a few minutes. Well, if you're getting ready to hit the bed, here's one final look at your forecast for tonight. Rain chances may not be as much in retrospect, but we expect late rain chances, around 70% coverage of widespread showers. Temperatures will start out moderate and cool down during the day, and Monday and Tuesday morning will be the coldest for the week. So bundle up to start the week off, but we'll end up on a warm note by Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, that's good. Keep the rain in the weekend. Give them a full week of practice for our two teams left going to our state championship, and hopefully they do well. But yeah, like I mentioned to you, I don't like it when it gets cold. So.
I know you don't. I like it cold, but hey, that's neither here or there. We will see you tomorrow at